I think the reason that Unilever decided to spin off Magnum is really because they haven't been able to focus on it. They haven't had the bandwidth to accommodate Magnum at the same time that they're really pushing ahead on their personal care strategy. And as a result of that, the idea of the IPO of Magnum is that they're going to have a dedicated management able to focus on costs, on capital expenditure and so on, really 100% focused on the ice cream business. So absolutely I'll buy into it.
But Magnum has given us some pretty, let's say, ambitious growth targets. Can they actually achieve that, given that we're seeing two different units here, or two different channels, if you will, the at-home business and out-of-home business, one of which is struggling a little bit more?
Absolutely, and I think that's probably the biggest debate that we've heard from investors in the run-up to this IPO is Magnum has set a target of growing revenues at 3 to 5%. That we feel is ambitious. It's certainly better than they've managed in recent years. Now they're saying that Europe had particular issues probably between 2019 and 2023 around loss of market share, loss of volume and so on. The fact that they've been run as an independent business since July this year has really enhanced that ability to focus that we were talking about a moment ago, Carolyn. And on that basis, I think we can see how they could get up to probably the bottom end of that range, but the 3 plus to 5%, that feels very, very ambitious to us. I'd say you're referring to the different the different distribution channels. The real growth potential we see comes from the out-of-home market, and that's going to be driven by a significant increase in freezer numbers. They're talking about capital expenditure of say 5% of sales per annum over the next few years. That compares to Unilever in total talking about only just over 3%. So there are plans to grow that, and it's very clear that the more distribution points you have, the better your sales are going to do. Hence, as I say, we think the 3% is realistic. Much more than that, probably not so.
What's the best part of this business in your view?
Well, they've got sales of give or take 8 billion euros. It's divided very roughly. You've got about 2 billion of that as Magnum, 1 billion as Ben & Jerry's, 1 billion is Cornetto, and then you've got the heart brand, as they call it, which someone brought up in the UK was Walls. It's a collection of local brands like that, probably about 2.5 billion. The three global brands, Magnum, Ben & Jerry's, Cornetto, those are the ones that it's probably, that fits more easily into a typical global consumer staples template. But what they've got with out-of-home is pretty unique, I think. Our best guess is that it makes a margin of an EBIT margin of probably something like 10 percentage points higher than the at-home business, something like that. So that's the bit of the business they've really got to focus on growing.